Brazil, the country that has won 5 World Cups, that carries football's most iconic jersey, one of the countries that has produced the most talented players in the world. And in 2026, they may be arriving at the tournament with the weakest squad in their history. How did this happen? When you think of Brazil, the same things always come to mind. Samba football, individual geniuses, an unstoppable attacking force. Pelé in 1970, Zico in 1982, Romario in 1994, Ronaldo in 2002. Every generation, Brazil showed the rest of the world how football should be played. But how far behind that legacy is the Brazil that will take the field in 2026? Brazil's last World Cup championship came in 2002. 24 years have passed since then. And in those 24 years, Brazil entered tournament after tournament as favorites, and were eliminated early, time after time. Quarterfinal in 2006. Quarterfinal in 2010. Beaten 7-1 by Germany at home in 2014. Quarterfinal in 2018. Quarterfinal in 2022. 5 tournaments, 5 heartbreaks. But that quarterfinal elimination in 2022 was different from the others, because that squad was genuinely good. Vinicius, Neymar, Rodrigo, Rafinha, Casemiro. On paper, the strongest squad in the tournament. So, what happened? Against Croatia, in extra time. They were devastated on penalties. Brazil were eliminated on penalties. But the truly painful part was what happened on the pitch. Manager Tite never managed to establish a clear system throughout the tournament. Players were uncertain of their positions. The defense was unprepared and the attack was inconsistent. And Neymar. He played well in the tournament, but he was no longer the old Neymar. The Neymar issue is the greatest tragedy of Brazilian football. In the 2000s and 10s, Neymar was one of the 3 best players in the world. Pace, technique, creativity, followed by goals. But from the day he went to PSG, everything slowly fell apart. Injuries, weight problems, lack of motivation. Neymar will not be in the squad in 2026. And for Brazil, this is both a massive loss and a massive opportunity. So what will Brazil look like without Neymar? That is exactly where the real problem lies. Brazil currently have no clear identity. Is Vinicius the leader? Rodrigo? Endrick? Manager Dorival Jr. has tried different systems since 2024, different squad combinations, different tactical approaches, but none of them have been settled. And this uncertainty is carrying over into the 2026 World Cup. Brazil's tactical problems can be grouped under 3 headings. First, defensive weakness. Brazil have conceded goals repeatedly in big matches over the last 2 years. The defensive organization is still questionable. The center-back pairing is inconsistent. Second, loss of midfield control. Casemiro's performance has dropped. Brazil are no longer as dominant in midfield as they once were. Possession control has weakened. Third, over-reliance on one man. Everything depends on Vinicius. When Vinicius plays well, Brazil play well. When Vinicius stops, Brazil stops too. Vinicius is one of the best players in the world. The performances he delivers at Real Madrid are breathtaking. But there is a different Vinicius in the national team. Less free, under more pressure, less creativity. Why? Because at Real Madrid, there is Bellingham, there is Modric, there was Kroos. The burden was shared. In the national team, the responsibility for everything is loaded onto him, and that weight is making things difficult for him. So when we look at it historically, is the 2026 Brazil truly the weakest Brazil? The 1966 Brazil were eliminated in the group stage. Pelé got injured. That squad went down in history as a poor Brazil. The 2006 Brazil came with Ronaldinho, Adriano, Kaká, and Ronaldo, but they were beaten by France in the quarterfinals. The 2014 Brazil were beaten 7-1 at home, one of the most humiliating moments in history. The 2026 Brazil is neither as talented nor as systematic a team as those sides. Perhaps we are looking at the most directionless Brazil since 1966. But this also needs to be said. Brazil are still that same old Brazil. Endrick is 19 years old and the future of world football. Vinicius is a world class. Names like Rodrigo, Rafinha, and Lucas Paqueta can make a difference in any tournament. And it is in Brazil's DNA to show what they are made of in major tournaments. Perhaps 2026 will be the beginning of this young generation's story. Brazilian football is built on a paradox. They produce the most talented players in the world, but they have not been world champions for 24 years. Perhaps the problem is not talent. Perhaps the problem is the system. Perhaps the problem is identity. Is Samba football dead? Or is it simply waiting to be reborn? In 2026, Brazil will either answer these questions, or these questions will bring Brazil crashing down once again, and the world is eager to watch either outcome. What do you think? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in new videos.